So you have a fear of flying. That is definitely a concern, because you do want to go on holiday with your friends, your families, and not have to worry about things like this. You want to get on the plane, go to your destination and enjoy yourself on a beach or doing some activities or exploring. I'm sorry to hear that. Flying is extremely disruptive in your life. And the other thing about flying is it's unavoidable. You know, if you do want to go to a nice holiday destination or an island, it's virtually impossible to go there without flying. So when you're on the plane, tell me, what emotions do you feel? How does your body react? Yes, that's very common. A racing heartbeat, I think, is one of the first signs of knowing that a panic attack is going to happen. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that don't have anxiety or don't have panic disorders that may not understand what you are going through, but I do. They also may just see it as, oh, you're just worrying and you should stop worrying, and if you relax it'll all be okay, but they're not understanding that it is a full-time anxiety, is something that has been there for, months, years, decades even, and to just have it disappear overnight is impossible, but we can manage it, and we can look after ourselves, and we can create and live a happier life. What other feelings do you feel whilst on the flight? Yes, along with the heartbeat, racing heartbeat, is shortness of breath. When we're in the moment, I think it's things are going so fast, you're not sure what to do, and you're not aware of how fast you're breathing, how shallow your breathing is, and this then creates more anxiety to your nervous system, and you end up hyperventilating, and it just gets worse and worse. So it's very hard for anyone to say, take a deep breath and relax, and count to a certain number when you're breathing in and holding in and then breathing out. It's very, very easy to say than do, but it is one of the ways to reduce the anxiety, to control yourself in the moment. Would you like to add anything onto that? Yes, shaking limbs. Even I've had this before where my anxiety was so severe I started shaking and getting muscle tremors. And I just didn't know what to do. So I tried to do many things to relax, and it slowly went. But it does show you how anxiety, even though it's a mental problem, it still affects your body, it still affects your physical. Yes, feeling like you're not connected to your body, i.e. depersonalisation, which is something we can talk about in a separate video. But there is a feeling like you are not connected to your body, or looking down and you feel like it's not your hands. Your thoughts are racing so fast, and especially if you're on that plane and it's taking off, and there's a lot of turbulence, and that lift off, the speed is so fast, and the changes in the air pressure, and it's just a lot going on all at once, and it's enough to unsettle you. So there are a few things I could suggest if you do have your favourite movies or TV shows. Do get them downloaded, even if you are on a long flight. You know, the in-flight entertainment movies, TV shows may or may not be what you want, so it's definitely best to download your favourite movies and TV shows onto your tablet so you can concentrate on them and enjoy them, and hopefully drown out any anxiety. Video games are also very good for focusing, keeping concentration. You can use, Nintendo Switch, or even if you have an old PS Vita, just playing the games, making your brain engaged, trying to solve problems and solutions, and hopefully it should keep you away from your anxiety and thinking about the turbulence and thinking about what could happen to the plane. And yeah, I definitely agree with you in terms of feeling dizzy and feeling the turbulence. Sometimes, even if you concentrate on video games and you concentrate on movies, you can still feel it in your stomach, you can still feel your brain spinning a little, and even if you give 100% concentration onto video games and books and movies, there's still that thing in the back of your mind that knows that you can feel the air pressure. So I'm sorry to hear that you're going through this. Definitely make sure that you have water on the flight, that you've eaten before the flight. You don't have to have large amounts, but just something for your stomach, and not to feel lightheaded. And try aiming for healthier foods. I know that the hours of the flight make you more anxious. You may be looking at the TV screen where it says how many hours remaining to the destination. The more you look at it, the more slower time will go. So it's definitely best to find you things to do, because it will be 5 hours 29 minutes, and then you look again 5 hours 15, and then again 5 hours 5. And each time you look at it, you're going to be so stressed that time is going so slow, and when I'm going to get to the destination, and this flight is stressing me more out. So sometimes best to get immersed into a hobby whilst on the plane, or even try to sleep if you can, and maybe look at the time once or twice instead of 10 times. I find it very difficult to sleep on a plane. It's quite easy on a train or a bus or a car, but for some reason I just can't sleep on a plane. Maybe it's the loud noise. Even if I wear earmuffs to cover the sound, I can still hear sound. Maybe it's because I'm in the air and I'm not sure what's going to happen. That's why I just can't sleep. And maybe if I'm trying too hard to sleep, then I still can't sleep. As I said, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. I know many people that experience anxiety on flights from the first holiday. Some people may not even experience it until their 20th holiday. There are some people out there that fly 6 times a year, 10 times a year for 20 years and have never had any issues or problems. And then suddenly out of nowhere, the anxiety comes out, and it could be something that triggered it. It could be something that happened with their hearing, or something in their brain, or something related to vertigo. just first-time flyers experience this. Many people do feel the same, and it is about managing how to deal with it, because you definitely want to enjoy your life and want to go on holidays and look after yourself and think about enjoying the activities you're going to do and the adventures you're going to have and the people you're going to meet and the language that you're going to learn, rather than just thinking about dreading the flight and wishing for the flight to be over. The other thing I would say is try to aim to sit near the wings of the plane or near the front middle. Not right at the front, but sort of front middle. This will help in terms if you have any balance issues or dizziness. It will just be a bit steadier than if you're at the back or the front. So do try and reserve that before you go onto the plane. There are tablets out there. I think I've taken Quails tablets, KWELLS Quails tablets, which are used for dizziness on boats and planes. It may not work for everyone. It doesn't always work for me. There are other tablets out there as well, but please do see your GP if you are worried and get them to prescribe you medication. Don't just go and get some over the counter, because as I said, everyone has different issues as to why they are getting problems on planes. So please speak to your GP first and get advice on what you need to do. Definitely when you approach the plane, definitely when you first greet the pilots in the plane and you're walking in, just say a quick hello to the pilot and the staff, and just let them know if you're a first-time flyer. Let them know if you've flown before but you've got anxiety on planes. Just a heads up so they're aware. This will make you feel better knowing that the staff will be there if you need anything. You can put your hand up, and if anything does happen and you panic, they won't worry. They'll know that you've already told them you've got this anxiety, so at least they'll be prepared should anything happen, and they won't worry themselves, and they'll be able to help you as soon as possible. I know that the panic is very, very frightening, and when you're in that moment you feel like it's going to last forever and it's never going to go away. But what goes up must come down. There's only a limit to how much anxiety your body can take until it goes down. So it's just up to yourself to reduce that time. So do keep me updated when you come to our next session. Hopefully everything gets better and you see slow but steady progress, and we can keep working towards getting you more confident on the plane, getting you enjoying your holidays more and not dreading going on the plane or coming back home, because you are paying for the holiday. You want to get your money's worth. You are paying to be on a flight, and you want your overall life to be much better and of a good quality. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please subscribe, like,